Okay, we've got some snow coming down, and in fact just got an email from Stillman Valley, about 3¼ inches at 10:05. It's still snowing, coming down at a pretty good clip. Seeing some breaks here, and as I widen out the scope of Skywatch Next Red, it'll tell us the trend that's going to take place as we go through the overnight. As we head in towards 11 o'clock and midnight, it's going to be harder for the atmosphere to produce the snow that it already has. And you may notice we've got more and more holes beginning to form here in the snow just in the past half hour or so. So what we have on the ground now, 3–4 inches, probably going to add up perhaps another ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch, and then things are going to stop. Live pictures on the Skywatch as we look across the Rock River. I don't know, this is kind of a scene out of Stephen King. It's like the birds. That kind of, it's just creeping me out a little bit. 28 degrees now at RFD. 20 is what it feels like. East wind at 8 miles an hour and the humidity 85%. We look at visibilities for two reasons. One, if there's a case of fog, and this one in snowy weather. The lower the visibility tells us the harder that it's snowing. Half-mile visibility in Madison, 3/4 into Freeport. But these numbers have actually come up in the past hour, so the snow is beginning to slowly subside. 21, the cool spot into Monroe. It's 30 into Rochelle and 32 into DeKalb this evening. So 20 degrees the overnight low, with light snow continuing for the next couple of hours, with accumulations ranging from 2 inches down towards the way southern sections to 5 inches at the most. And I think that's going to be around Rockton, South Beloit, Roscoe, over to Caledonia. These are the areas we're going to watch late tonight. And there will be plenty of slick spots, especially if you live in a rural area and you take one of those 2-lane roads into town in the morning. So keep in mind that roads are still going to be slick. You might want to set your alarm a little early. 27 degrees tomorrow afternoon with morning flurries and late afternoon sunshine. Tomorrow, all in all, not a bad day. I had someone call up today and they said, "Do you think my kids are going to have a snow day tomorrow?" Absolutely not. It's not going to happen with this event. 28 here, 22 up in Green Bay. Notice the snow up here to the northwest, but the trend is going to be to subside as we go through the next couple of hours. Here's the Clipper system right now as it's over Sioux Falls, northwestern Iowa. A heavier snow, here's midnight. Watch what happens. We get rid of the moderate snow. A little bit of light snow for early tomorrow morning. Wouldn't be surprised for the morning commute before you head out tomorrow morning. There will be a couple of flurries dancing by the windowsill. And then here comes our next storm, just really quick. This is one of the busiest starts to December that we have had with snowfall, and maybe a sign of things to come later this year. We'll have to wait and see. So for the Twin Cities down through Rockford and into Lafayette, Indiana, that's where the heavier snow has set up. Our next snow event comes in more from the west, and looked at the most recent computer models for the Thursday night, Friday storm. Easily could be a 4 or 5 inch storm once again. So this is what we showed you earlier with 3 to 6 inches. I've kind of pushed it back just a little bit, only because we had a 3-inch report fairly early on for Freeport. So down here to Ogle, Lee County, and Sterling Point southwestward, there's lesser amounts of snow. I have a report of a nasty accident on I-80 west of the Quad Cities where they're dealing with ice right now. So it could be worse. This is all snow, and it's a fluffy variety, so it's easier to walk on versus the slick, wet snow. So here we go with another system Thursday night into Friday, and if we had to put numbers on it, 3 to 4 inches seem to be common with this one. As we head into Saturday night, Sunday, not quite set in stone what type of precipitation will be falling. It could be in the form of rain, sleet, freezing rain, or snow. Stay tuned on that one. And then another more potent system
More potent?
More potent as we go into Tuesday. That one comes out of this desert southwest. And
well, maybe that's when everybody will get their snow day, because I know my husband, a teacher, called me this morning and said, "Am I going to get a snow day?"
He called too, huh?
I know, and I'm like, no. You're not going to get a snow day. I don't think so. Ask Eric.
Usually you have to have 6 inches or more before we start getting any phone calls.
All right. Thanks a lot, Eric. Most of us